Yes.
Thank you. All right,
I don't
so
like recording, but you got to
neither
do what you
do
got to
I.
do.
Neither do I. So the remote check-in is supposed to be February, and if it's not working, don't worry. I will be taking like a virtual, like a screenshot for attendance purposes, and I will let Miss Aldana know that you guys were here. But Miss Tama told me it is February.
You want us to put our names in the chat or what?
Oh yeah, that would be great. Yes.
So you can print it too.
Yes, that is awesome ideas. Okay, I'm also going to provide in the chat a list of features that the tool that we're going to use today has available. It is not limited, but this is, I think, the most important part from what I gather. Now, this is a free tool. There's no charge to it unless you want to upgrade it to a premium, which has its perks, but it's really not needed. There's a lot that you can do with the free version without having to get the premium. And so we're just going to discuss the free version of it. So let me upload it to the chat. And so I'm also going to be sharing my screen so that you can see, and we're going to do it the teacher view, and then you're obviously going to do the student view. So when I share my screen, it's going to be the teacher view so that way you can see both ends. And so let me share my screen. Here we go. All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to whiteboard.fi. And so this is a virtual place where all your students and yourself will have access to a whiteboard. And so you'll be able to see the kids in real time, what it is that they're writing down, what it is that they're sharing, and it'll all be in real time. We're gonna run through some examples for that. So let me know, even with the thumbs up, that you are there at whiteboard.
Oh.
Okay, thank you, Ida. And by the way, I'm Mrs. Macias, and I think I introduced myself, the math strategist. And I also do a little bit of technology. Okay, you're there. All right, we'll just wait on Miss Ashley.
I'm trying to get there.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I'm there.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, so one of the cool things about Whiteboard is that you really don't need any prep work. It's as if you were teaching in the regular classroom, obviously virtually, right? But it's more of like, you know what, I have a question and I want everybody, if like you're a math teacher, I have a math problem and I want to see how all of you are solving it. And you as a teacher get to see everybody's whiteboard, and the students only get to see their own whiteboard, and they'll be able to see the teacher's whiteboard if you choose to share it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have you join you're going to click on join a class, and I'm going to create a new session.
What should we do? Because you're breaking up. I can hardly hear what you're saying.
You are going to join.
Okay, click join.
Yes, and let me put whiteboard. I'm going to name the class whiteboard class. And some of the features, kind of like with Zoom, you're able to enable a lobby so that way you choose who comes in, or they can just automatically come in. So I'm just going to put enable waiting room so that way you can see what that looks like. Here, if you choose as a teacher, remember you're looking at the teacher version on my screen. If you enable manual save mode for students, that means that the kids will not show you. You won't be able to see the students in real time. They have to click save before you as a teacher can see it. So I don't like to put this one because I want to see it in real time. I want to see like the raw of it.
Miss Macias, that's the room code?
It's about to come up. So the room code is right here. It is P, you can even see it here. P, lowercase p, 2, the number 2, F9T. Need me to zoom it in?
F9T?
Yes. P2,
help.
F9T.
And all of these are lowercase?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, and then
And it
say
is
join class?
selected. Huh?
Should I go ahead and join the class?
Yes, please.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, sorry.
P259T, P259T. Okay.
Got it?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. And Ida, you got it? Okay. So notice how right here it says I have somebody in the waiting room. So I'm gonna click on it. And that's Miss Montes is already ready. So I'm gonna accept her because I already know who it is. If I'm a teacher,
Yes,
I'm
well, I'm gonna.
letting students know that they
When I
need
get
to
done, I'll
put
be over
their
there.
actual name. So that way I know that I'm
Right.
the right person. Okay. Just wait on Ms. Solis and Ms. Ashford. As soon as you're ready to join the class, then we can continue.
Yep.
Perfect. See how I got the notice that somebody else is in the lobby? And I'm gonna accept. And in fact, I'm also gonna join as a student. I have my iPad, so that way I can also be working with the students. Whiteboard, and I see that Ms. Solis is there. So I got another prompt and accept. Okay, so student accepted. And so at any time during the lesson, let's say I continue and I have some kids coming in late, the code will always be at the top. So the kids can always look at it, especially if you're sharing the screen or if you're not sharing the screen because you don't always want to share the screen with the students, then you can provide them that link. All right, so now we're already ready to set as if we're in our classroom with our whiteboard there. So I'm gonna click here because I'm looking at the students' whiteboards, but I actually want to look at my whiteboard. And here I have a pencil that I have shapes that I can do with a ruler if I wanted to measure, if I wanted to upload, if it's in your via premium, which we really don't need. And I'm going to show you why we don't really need that. But I can start writing, and so can you. So if you look at your whiteboard, you can start writing on yours. And in the bottom, I'll be able to see the student's whiteboard. So I want you to write something, just scribble anything on your whiteboard. See how I see Ms. Montes did a star on hers?
How do I take the pencil up? Oh,
Got it?
I can't get the pencil over there.
Can you click on the pencil up here?
Yeah, I'm doing it, but it won't move.
Are you moving it with your mouse?
Yes.
And you're holding it like hold.
Yeah. You know what? Let me get my other. Okay, hold on a second.
Yes, no worries. And so while Ms. Montes and Ms. Solis wait, you can also change the color of your pencil. You have a big palette of colors, so like if you want it, it'll be there. And so my iPhone, perfect. Cool. And so yeah, you're gonna like this next step that I'm gonna show in a bit. So,
Okay, now I got it.
okay, perfect. And so Ms. Ashford, one of the things I was sharing is that if you click on the paint palette, you can choose a different color of
On
paint.
the where?
On the palette right here.
Okay.
Can you see this?
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, got it.
And so remember, if you're looking at my screen, as a teacher, I get to see everybody's on at real time. And the cool thing is, let's say I'm actually doing a problem or I'm doing a text that I'm showing them how to highlight keywords, stuff like that. And one of the cool things that this it has a push button, right? So I want to actually push my whiteboard to the kids. So I can say I want to push it to all my students, but my favorite one is push it to the background. That way they don't mess with what I've already done. They'll just add to it. So I'm gonna push my screen that really is just scribbles at this point. I'm gonna push it so that you as a student can also get it. So all of you should now have my screen. You can write over it.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Yes.
So I want you to add another scribble to that, like just anything. All right. So then maybe I say, you know what? I'm gonna take a look at Miss Montes. I like what she's doing. I like what she has. So I can even push this to all of the students because she did something super cool. So I'm gonna push it. I can push it to mine, or I can even push it to all the students. So I'm gonna push teacher whiteboard to background, or I'm gonna copy it to my whiteboard. I'm gonna close it. And notice how now it became mine because I liked what she was doing. And at this point, if I added, oh, you know what, she forgot to do the little star here. And this is just, it doesn't really make a lot of impact, and we'll go into actual content in a little bit. So then I added the star because she forgot to do that. Then I can go ahead and push it to the students, or maybe I don't want to do that. I just want to have a conversation with the kids, and the kids keep their own whiteboards. That kind of makes sense. Now I'm going to tie it into actual content because this is just the practicing. And if it's going to be your first time sharing it with the students, you might want to give them time to scribble and let that out of their system, because they're going to want to play with that. They're going to think, oh, this is so cool. I can't believe this. And they're going to want to like just draw and doodle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another whiteboard because I want to actually keep that first one just for notes purposes. But what I'm gonna do, I actually found just some random task cards. This is social studies or some like maybe a writing or an activity that you can do with any content. And I'm gonna use my snipping tool, and I'm gonna say, okay, I want this task card, or I want this assignment, edit, copy, minimize this, and I want it here. So I'm gonna put Control V, and I'm actually gonna use, now I have this. I can even make it smaller if this is taking over my entire screen. And I actually want the kids to write something in regards to this. So I'm gonna push it out to the students, and I'm gonna push it as a background. And I like I said, my favorite one is as a background. Let's try to push it out to as the top page. And you as a student will be able to also like make it smaller so that you can write whatever it is you need. You can also type, if you click on the letter, you'll also be able to type it. So it's not just, because I know some people say, well, it's really hard to write with the mouse or with the students with their pad, it's really hard for them. Well, they can also type it if they choose the font or the text feature. So, okay, so what I want you to do is write, my name is so-and-so on it, just so that you can see how that works. You can use the text feature or you can use the pencil feature. Either one works. And it doesn't have to be the 3, 2, 1. I just wanted to show you how, even though we don't have the premium version, where you can upload a PDF, you can always snip the PDF in chunks based on your needs.
Vero.
Yes.
So since you didn't do it as a background, that's why mine moved, because I started, like I wanted to make it bigger so I could actually see it. And then I accidentally moved it.
Yes.
Okay. So
that's why I prefer for it to be on the background, but I wanted to experience both of them because as a background, the kids won't be able to touch that. They can write over it and around it, but they won't be able to move it. So I guess it just depends on the actual assignment or the actual activity that they're doing. But I honestly prefer it to be at. All right. So Ms. Solis and Ms. Ashford, I don't see you guys writing anything. Is it on my end?
Well, I don't even know how to get back to it because I got
Um,
I don't know what I did. I think I did something.
Well, I wrote it. It says,
Huh?
what do I have to do toggle teacher whiteboard?
no, because the toggle teacher whiteboard is you'll be looking at my whiteboard versus looking at your own whiteboard.
Oh, now do you see it?
My name is, yes,
Okay, good.
perfect.
Well, see, I can't, what do I need to do here now? Because I think I can't get back. I see the student whiteboards and I see my name, Carol, and the next lady's name.
Oh, Ms. Montes, then you're looking at my screen because as a student, you're not able to see.
Oh, okay. So where should I go to get back to the student screen?
So right now what you're looking at is the Zoom screen where I'm sharing it.
Okay. So how do I get back to mine?
Maybe minimize it. Can you minimize that screen?
I thought I did, but
And it might be like in the background.
okay. Okay, there we go.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
So what should I do here?
just write something like my name is, and you can use the text feature or the. You can flip it around. Thank you for playing around with it. Oh,
No, this is new for me. I'm trying to okay.
no, and you know what? Like any technology tool, the best thing to do is to play around with it. And like I said, the first few days that you try it out with your kids are also gonna want to play with it. And at some point, they might even like teach you how to do it or teach you on the student version, obviously not the teacher version because they won't have access to it. But you do. And so the cool thing about the features over here is like, you know what, let me minimize mine. And I just want to look at the sheet and see where they're at. And I'll be monitoring and you can see up to 40 students at a time.
What should I put in there? My name is?
Yeah, and just anything. I just want it was more like for practice.
Can you see it now?
I just see the C on it.
I just type in my name is.
Oh, you did? You see,
Huh?
I don't see that.
Okay, let me do it again.
Do you
Because
want to type?
You click on the A, because that's the text box thing.
Right.
And then I put, the box came up and I put my name is. You don't see that?
No, that's weird.
Oh, no, I can see it.
Okay, so
Click,
I guess I'm doing something wrong. Oh, there you see it now?
oh yes, now we see it.
Okay.
Yes, perfect. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what was going on, but it's there. So that's one of the features. So there's another thing that I like, especially like for math. I'm a math person. There was a math activity. Like we have issues, especially at the secondary, where it's really hard to prove that the students know how to graph, right? Or even to show their equations. And so the other thing that you can do is get a graph paper. So I'm going to use a snipping tool and I'm just going to pretend it's this. I'm going to get the graph paper and I'm going to add another page. I'm going to insert a page. And I'm going to put Control V. Oh, Control History. I didn't put copy. Edit, copy, and Control V. Oh, I was at the student. Oh, what happened here? Control V. Oh, there. I wasn't clicking Control. I was clicking something else. Okay. So if I wanted to, I can have them graph some ordered pairs that and this activity is for them to draw a picture, but say I wanted them to draw. So
But you don't, Miss Macias, I'm not seeing yours.
you're not seeing my screen?
No.
Oh, give me a second.
why not? I am.
Oh, because remember, Miss Ashford, you minimized it.
Okay. Okay, got it now.
Ms. Macias, so that goes with like, you could take a snippet of a worksheet and put it in there and the kids could type on it?
Yes. And so, for example, I want them to grab these ordered pairs, right? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push it, again, remember, I prefer the background because that way the kids don't move it. So I'm gonna push it out as a background. And now you as a student, or the students will be able to plot, and I'm gonna put a different color and say, oh, the point goes here, I check it off. The next point goes here, I check it off. And so the students are working, right? You give them that assignment, and the students are working. And I'm gonna close, not close, but like minimize mine, and I get to see who's having trouble. Like, you know what, if I were a student, if this was a student's work, I would, hey, Ms. Macias, I need you to fix that. Remember, use your X goes first, then your Y as you're plotting. I can have the real-time conversation because I can see what it is that they're doing right there. Does that make sense? Because you're able to see that. And so what I like about this is that it doesn't matter what subject you're teaching. If it's English, for example, and you're having them write a story, they can type the story, write the story, and you're seeing the progression in real time. If they're in social studies, they can label a map, label where the rivers are, they can say where the borders are, stuff like that, that you actually need to see their interaction. And there's no special tool that the kids will need because like Ms. Montes is on her iPhone working on it. I know that if I get on my iPad, I know some of the lower elementary might have iPads. It's super easy for them to do it on their iPad. It's not the best feeling with the mouse, but it's very doable. I mean, that's what I'm using right now. I'm using a mouse. I know that the hardest part is if they're using their laptops and all they're doing is their mouse pad, it might get a little challenging, but it's still doable. Or they do the text feature, like the text box, and they can do that. So let's say that this is the class, they went on with the lesson, or we went on with the lesson, continued. And before you leave, you can always download, save all the whiteboards as a PDF. So you look at everybody's whiteboards, and you know what? I am gonna, this is gonna section 1 AM, and I'm gonna include the teacher's whiteboard and save it as a PDF. So I'm gonna get a PDF of everybody's, and I actually want you to see it. Of everybody's assignment. So this is the teacher's whiteboards. This is Ms. Ashford's whiteboard. And this is Ms. Carol and Ms. Montes. So I have evidence of what it is that they did. And I think that that's super cool. Right? If it was an elective, if they're doing art, I mean, imagine all the art that you're actually able to save there. I don't know if you guys have any questions that maybe we can practice or share, or maybe if I've already played enough of it, I can also show you how that.
Okay, all right, well, I need to run. Thank you, Ms. Macias.
No
I'll be
worries.
in touch.
Yes.
Bye, Beverly.
Yes, bye. See you.
See ya.
I really like it. I like the way that you said you can snip your worksheet and the kids can type in it. I mean, especially when we're doing closed text with the comprehension, and I really do like that when they're learning. I mean, they're like just to type, like if you give them a closed text and they have to get words from the box to put into the to fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really do like this.
Yes, and like I said, I mean, there's no extra prep work because you can do it like right there, and just setting up the classroom, there's like no need for it because all you do is give them the class code and the kids log in on their own.
And the library has what, books in there or what?
I'm not. I think this might be like Open My Library or
Okay.
Take Current Whiteboard to Library, but this
Okay.
might be like a premium feature. Oh,
Okay.
you think? Yeah, it's a subscription.
Okay.
And for math, and I should have told this to Ms. Montes because she's a math teacher, they also have like an editor so that they can insert a math symbol, but they can always write it. So
Yeah.
it's available.
And then, let me see what's there for reading. Because I do read it.
So these are just like emojis. They have a
Yeah.
ton of emojis, and especially if you want to talk about like characters and their characteristics, an emoji might be useful. I don't know about all. It has a music sheet in the background. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, that's for the music teacher.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't even know that. I know that they have graph paper like small grid and big grid.
Mhm.
For, you can expand it so
Expand on it, yeah.
I don't know. I really, really enjoy it. And I love Jamboard too, but I like the fact that here I can actually see what the kids are doing. I like to be able to have accountability for all the kids, not just the few. And so this is
Yes,
a new
yeah.
feature.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, thank you very much. I really like this, and I'm gonna try to explore it a little bit.
Okay, and don't forget to get the PDF because that way, and I put it in the chat box. That way you can see, it has a website and it has a lot of the features that it does include.
Yes, I'm writing it down. Okay, thank you, because I gotta go and start my class.
All right, no worries.
Thank you for sharing.
All right,
Yes, thank you very much. Bye.